Hey guys, Jackie and welcome back to my channel. I have a pretty fun haul for you guys. BornPretty actually sent me a few of their goodies to try out, so let's get started. Starting off with nail prep, I always do this whenever I do a new set of nails. I always file with my drill bit, but before I do that, I'm going to lather up with my cuticle oil to really protect my skin. BornPretty actually has a cuticle oil pen, so that is definitely a lot less messier. What you should do first is I go up really close by the cuticle area to try to file that down as much as possible. This is going to give us a really flawless blend when we use a polygel or some type of gel extension on top. And I'm going to work on the rest of the length of the nail. I'm going in at a diagonal direction because I really want to keep that nice apex going. I don't want to flatten it out. That would give us a super fake looking nail. So to preserve the natural apex that we have, I'm going in diagonally from left to right and then from right to left. We wipe off the excess dust and all that stuff with acetone. The cuticle oil is really going to save us, save our skin, so do not skip out on the oil. Okay, honestly, this is also my first time using this type of extension gel, so it's going to be a learning process together. I prepped my nails with base coat, and then I'm just gonna use a spatula to scrape off the rest of the gel that's on the cap. Okay, so right off the bat, I could tell it's like not really sticky, it's super like malleable, if that makes sense. On the product photo, there is a picture of like the model rolling this into a ball, and like honestly you can absolutely do that. Like, it's not sticky at all. I don't know what it is. It's like super putty, kind of like Play-Doh. Don't really know how that's gonna apply. And I'm gonna put this ball right on top. Honestly, maybe this is like a DIY project where you could just like mold it with your fingers and cure it whenever you want to. Yeah, actually I'm gonna start to play with it with my nails first. Maybe this is too big of a ball. Again, I don't really know if I'm doing this correctly, but it's like super putty. So I'm slowly gonna work in my cuticles first, kind of go around it, and then flatten it out. Also, this is not really nude, as it says on the packaging. It is quite purplish. I was expecting a bit more sheer, if that makes sense. Something that's more like nude, but this is kind of like a purpley nude, similar to one of the other colors from BornPretty that I've had before. Okay, so I'm just gonna take off the excess. Low-key, this is kind of fun. You don't really need a brush to do this, so I would say this is definitely beginner friendly, unless I'm doing it wrong. But yeah, it seems kind of fun. I'm just gonna flatten out the edges really quick so I don't have to file as much later on, but I'm slowly pushing the product upwards from the cuticles into the free fall. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I tried to get it as thin as possible. I'm still going to file away that little bridge part there, just so it blends in seamlessly. But yeah, overall it was kind of easy to mold. You do have to take your time with it. I think I might have gotten a too big of bead, but I'm just gonna cure this in for about 60 seconds and we're gonna move on to the rest of the nails. One thing I'm super excited to play around with is this extension nail gel. It is non-stick, and if you guys all know, I do polygel on my nails to protect my natural nails, and I really want something that's way easier to apply. Polygel sometimes gets too messy and takes too long to do, so hopefully this non-stick one will cut down my nail prep time. Here's the final look. I really like how they turned out. After buffing and filing, the color definitely looks a bit more nude than it does in a pot now. Next up, I want to try their thermal changing color gels. I have two colors. One is a pink and one is a gray. I'm gonna go in with the pink just because we're on this nude trend. I started off with a base coat, obviously, and then I'm gonna move into 2 coats of this color and then sealing it off with a top coat. And don't forget to clean up any mess with acetone. I always have a bottle of it next to me. Because the top coat I'm using is a wipe off top coat, which means I need to go over it with acetone, I'm just going to protect my cuticles with my cuticle oil. You could use any. I'm just gonna lather it up at the cuticle area before we go wipe off, and that will ensure that our skin does not turn that palely, ghostly white cast that you get usually when you put on acetone directly on your skin. So yes, pro tip, always use cuticle oil. This is the final result after wiping it off with acetone. As you can tell, I don't have any dry patches on my fingertips. Did I mention that these are thermal gels? Under cold water, it turns into a purplish hue type of nude, and when I run it under hot water, which is usually body temperature if not hotter, it does turn a really pale pink if not almost white. Thank you for tuning in. I will have everything from BornPretty listed down below, as well as a coupon code for you to save some coins, and I'll see you in the next one.